Starting to the bottom right of the map in orange, we have the Zerg player with a 1-0 lead in the best of 3. It is
CJ 엔투스 에포트.
If you see his mouse hand sometimes, it's really, really scary. We don't get a shot of it right now. Oh, there it is. Look at that. He just does these very swift, precise movements.
If you stand next to his PC when he plays, you will be hit occasionally.
Yeah.
Top left his opponent. Cross position on Star Station. The Terran player for Team Startail. It is
Startail Hack.
He actually used to use the ID next nuke. And of course, we already said this before, but hack is nuke in Korean, so he just wrote it in English characters. There was a time, I think during Open Season 2 or Open Season 3, where GOM declared that all players have to have their IDs written in English characters because this is a global league. And so I guess he decided to make his ID HACK.
One of his former IDs was Hotcat, which always makes me smile when I think about it. I'm not quite sure if he mixed it up with a hot dog or what exactly the reasoning behind the name was.
I was wondering about that too.
I know hot dog. I'm not quite sure what a hot cat is.
That's like a cat you put in your microwave? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Cat that like got locked in the dryer?
Don't try that at home, by the way, in case that you're listening and you don't know that that's a bad idea.
It's bad.
It's pretty messy, and your parents will probably let you clean everything up, which is not awesome. So
Don't put hot sauce in your cat's food either. That's really mean.
Oh, wow.
That would be a hot cat.
I didn't know you were one of those guys, Wolf.
I'm not one of those guys, but
someone has a lot of experience with that.
Somebody out there does.
Yeah.
Hot sauce and cat food.
Wolf, cats or dogs?
You know, cats for me usually, but I like dogs too.
Dogs.
I'm like a slight cat preference. I think the reason why is because I had my own personal pet growing up. Her name was Sarah, and she's the best cat I ever had, and she's still at my house back in Atlanta. But well, I think that's why I had this bond with my cat, and that's why I became a slight cat favorer.
We had cats and dogs when I grew up. Our dog was actually called Wolf, no joke.
Yeah. You told me this story once before. I freaked out.
So I'm actually like completely honest here. Our dog was called Wolf. And yeah, dogs are awesome, but I'm talking about only dogs. Those Chihuahua thingies that you can put in a handbag, that's not a dog, that's a rat in disguise. That's all I'm going to say about that.
You know, my father used to call those types of dogs rat dogs, actually. You just call them rat dogs.
I like your father more and more. I need to grab a beer with that guy at some point.
You will.
Well,
I'm sure that'll happen one day.
I hope so. Jumping to the game right now, we still have Effort in the lead with the 1-0, and now here on Star Station we see Hack getting straight into the factory. He of course started with the command center first, as you could see earlier on, and we have him now just hovering down to the low ground. So with those positions that we have, Hack is fairly safe here. He gets the scouting information that he wanted, went into the main base, sees the timing for speed. He also knows that there's still one drone in gas, so all the information available to the Terran player, who goes straight into the third command center.
Yeah, very quick. But notice that Hack in both games has gone for the same build we've seen the Terrans in this earlier session of the Challenge League do. Is he goes for the factory first, so he's not playing any sort of risky third command center. This has become pretty standard because the roach attacks that we've seen that punishes the fast third command center, especially if the Zerg gets to scout it, are so strong these days that people have kind of abandoned going fast 3cc before gas. But you see it occasionally, and this is a much safer version. I like the walls that Hack does very early as well.
Yeah, no scouting information for Hack whatsoever. And with these positions, this is of course very annoying since the Overlords take quite some time to get into position.
Yeah.
We have one at the natural, but the one at the main base, it will need a few more seconds to actually get a glimpse of what's going on. And with a nice Viking, those guys will bite the dust and maybe even supply bulk effort.
Yeah. You know, nice. Talk about a nice Viking. That Viking is mean. Usually mean nice as in like nicely done. I know. But by the way, speaking of which, do you like your steak rare or medium rare, or like how would you like that done?
Usually either well done or medium.
Okay.
Depends a little bit.
Depends on the place. You know, some places you know the type of steaks they make.
Kangaroo steak, for example, always medium. But
I gotta
only
try that
at a good place. It's like one of the best meats in the entire world. It's awesome. It's really, really healthy too. Like,
wow.
Like in comparison. So very low fat. It's really tasty. But you need to go to a place that, like to a proper restaurant.
Like in Australia, I would assume.
I mean, Australia is of course the best, but you can get it like in a lot of places. But it has to be like a proper restaurant, someone who actually knows how to prepare it.
Right. You know what I really like about Hack's play is that he does not mess around with getting that wall. He gets it early, and that gives him some extra depots, so he doesn't have to worry about building those for supply blocks later on. But also, he makes it so early that there's never really a big threat of him getting run-bys in. Some players just like to make the one bunker in the corner, but it's not always enough.
Wolf, we have 11 roaches, and the Baneling nest built at exactly the time that you would go for if you try to go for a Baneling roach bust. And this is exactly what we're gonna see here. The extra overlords are already on their way, and we have at this point only 40 harvesters, which is roughly the number that you execute. It's a bit of a different timing since we have 3 bases, but this is gonna be used aggressive.
Yeah. And Hack has 2 Widow Mines here. He's got the wall I was talking about, which is useful in some cases against this type of thing. Just depends on how you make it. But I'm wondering if this is going to work, because this is cross positions on potentially our biggest map in the pool right now. And Hack has a little bit more time to get a few more Widow Mines out. He even has some here on the high ground.
The Widow Mines won't do anything if he executes it well.
Yes, if he micros it well, the Widow Mines will blow up the Banelings as they hit the wall.
You have 2 choices. Either you send Zerglings in to trigger, or you send a few of the roaches in who have the armor to actually tank a couple of those attacks. And he has so many units, this is not going to be easy, not at all. To hold this off, Hack has to pull everything now.
He knows it's coming too. He's got 3 bunkers. He's seen this with the Hellions.
And there he goes. Pulls the roaches in. Exactly what he needs. And now all those Banelings are going to bust the wall, and the Zerglings are already on their way.
Yep, and he's only got 1 Marauder in the bunker. That's nowhere near enough. Hack is in dire straits right now. Banelings bust up the ramp. There's another Widow Mine there, but it doesn't matter. Whoa, he gets a good shot up there.
Wow, that was a lot of Banelings, but I don't think that it's going to be enough. They're still very close in supply. And the lift at the command center, nice stutter step so far. He's actually going to hold.
Yeah, he will hold here. Another Marauder comes up from the bunker, but the second wave is here. There are Widow Mines. He needs to split the links, and he does. He wanted to hit the SCVs, but he failed.
Oh, he needs to save those.
The Marauders are in full retreat here. Widow Mine hurting more than helping.
Well, he needs to target down those Banelings.
Oh my god, Keller, if he gets that connect.
No, he won't. He won't.
No way.
He won't. There
Excellent
we go.
Widow Mine shot.
The Banelings are down, and those few Zerglings will take a few SCVs, but that's not what he wanted. We have 51 Harvesters against 39 SCVs, and Hack holds. I don't know how, but he holds. And he has a good economy. He has 3 orbital commands. That was really well done.
I think part of it comes down to how many Widow Mines Hack had, because eventually those started to make their toll, especially that one shot on the ramp, and then the shot that followed did a lot of damage. All poor SCVs.
The one at the ramp, that was a situation where Effort seriously, I mean, he screwed up a little bit. He should have sent out just one roach. He was a bit too eager to go in there. But I have to say that I did not see Hack hold this. When this attack happened, I looked at the defense and was like, yeah, you have 5 Widow Mines. But he's already triggering the first few cooldowns because he moves in with individual roaches. And that was a scary moment. But now, Hack is in a good spot. Just because he has those 3 orbitals, that gives him a huge lead.
Yeah. 3 orbitals. He still has all the Widow Mines, so he didn't really lose those. So that's going to be something he can use to build a stronger composition. He can spend his gas on other things. He doesn't have to commit to this many Widow Mines just yet. And, you know, Effort is not out of this game, but he wanted to do much more. It was not the trade that he was hoping for.
Yeah, you're completely right. I mean, Effort is not in a position where he's going to lose this now or anything. He's on 3 bases. That was a really well-timed push where he has a great follow-up. But Hack definitely the player who is now in a bit of a better position. He's already heading into +2/+2. We have him with his tech nearly completed. 3 bases, going to start mining from the 3rd mineral line very soon. And the timings just work out a little bit better for Hack. Effort just didn't kill as much as he wanted.
Yeah, that's very true.
It looked scarier than it actually was in the end.
Yeah, and I think the rushness on this map plays a big part into that. If he had done it, for example, if Hack was spawned at the bottom left and he did this attack, it would have been much more successful.
The Marauder micro was really crucial for this defense. Yeah. He targeted down all those Banelings. As you said earlier, if those 2 or 3 Banelings connect with the SCVs, then suddenly the game is nearly over. Then Hack has lost his entire economy, but that didn't happen.
I like this. He sees the Widow Mines, and instead of morphing into Banelings, he just goes and does a little bit of harassment, chases the Widow Mines away, because he knows that if he tries to send Banelings in here, it's not going to work. He gets several SCVs with this, could have gotten 3, and he might still.
Yeah, he could get it. No.
Barely not, but this means later on when the mutas come in, they're going to already be weakened.
We have the Medivacs now out for Hack, and this is the time where he needs to be aggressive. He's already walking across the map because he realizes this is my time to move out. There is a 4th base that is being built now for Effort, and this is what Hack has to stop.
Hack has a very nice count of Widow Mines, and he's moving across the map with it here. Effort's creep spread really hurting him. Oh, he could get the Widow Mines. He's not. Well, I mean, that could have been better, but he's still got some.
That could have been way better. No Widow Mine, only a few Marines. I feel that was a bit of a mistake.
Well, regardless, Hack is not slowing down on this push, not yet. He's stacking up his Widow Mines again, moving them closer. He wants to come around the left side of the 4th base where there's no creep, so he can fall back to an off-creep situation.
The Terran player has more supply at this point. The Widow Mines are borrowing a lot of good hits here. Terran player still in the lead. Hack doing a really good job on this map, and his 2-2 is nearly done.
Oh, great job dropping Marauders on top of Banelings and Marines one by one. That's exactly what you want to do if you have the opportunity. And he continues the attack. Stims runs in on the left side. Effort has to be careful here.
The 4th is important for Effort now, and Hack knows it. He needs to shut this down. And this is exactly what he's attempting to do, moving to a good position with his Marines, right at the mineral patches. The Medivacs here for the additional support.
And crucially, he gets the Extractor.
+2/+2 is done for Hack. Effort not ready with the second set of upgrades.
That was a very nice attack by Hack, and he will eventually lose these Medivacs, but he's going to try to do the best he can with it. He's getting a bit greedy trying to actually kill the hatchery. Killing the Extractor alone was pretty important. He could try to target the Spire down here, but not enough units, and there's some Lings here already, and these units on the Medivacs were not even fully healed just yet.
Yeah, he has a decent position, but not the best. Is now boosting into the main base, dropping once again into one of the mineral lines. 3-3 has been started for Hack. Much better game than game 1.
Yeah.
He's definitely awake by now.
Absolutely so, and you know, I have to say, Hack is playing tennis with Effort right now, basically. He's got SC Foyu on the left, and on the right side, he's got drops going to the main.
Effort is supply blocked. He can't build anything. He has the bank, he has the lava, but he can't produce anything without the supply.
Exactly. He needs those Overlords. He's got 8 of them in production. That's 800 minerals he just dumped into that, and he needs them now. He does have +1 for his Muse about to finish up, and I love that he continues to set these traps with the Banelings, but Hack is just parading across the map, or at least he was.
Nice speed boost, just ready in time to save those few Medivacs. Doing a good job here. And the one most important thing right now is that Hack has 3-3 already done 1/3. But as we just see now, the Infestation Pit for Effort. That means that the 3-3 upgrades for the Zerg player will be so late.
He will probably have 3-3 Hack, that is, before the 3-3 is even started for Effort, because he has to get the Hive before he can even start 3-3, and the Infestation Pit, like you said, is still being built right now.
Yeah. And as soon as you have 3-3 Marines and Marauders with Medivac support, you know that you are in a very good position when your opponent has only 2-2 at his disposal.
Oh, those Widow Mine hits could be excellent! And they are decent, but he got a bit complacent with his Marines there.
Yeah, a really good Baneling hit. The Widow Mine shot was good, but the Baneling hit was even better. But look at the supply here. Hack really pulling ahead.
Hack is just, I mean, he's miles ahead of Effort, but he needs to split his Marines decently against these Banelings to make sure he can continue the attack.
Effort is playing great, though. I really have to give it to the Zerg player here. He's continuing to defend his 4th base. He's really doing everything that he can, but it's just a numbers game, and that's where Hack really shines in this match.
This is looking scary here. He needs to pick up, and he does. The Widow Mines are constantly a problem for Effort, though. Not that he doesn't know how to deal with them, it's just there's so many of them, and it's hard to actually move forward carefully to deal with those.
Here come the Banelings once again. Good splits here. What a Widow Mine hit! Oh, that was brilliant for Hack.
Hack is just not afraid to move his Widow Mines forward and keep using them. Right now, he has 17, 18 Widow Mines on the map. That's insane.
Hive Tick has just been started, and +3/+3 for Hack is nearly completed. I don't see Effort coming back into this game. He would need some crazy Baneling connects to make this happen. With such an upgrade lead, Hack should easily be able to push through with Bio Widow Mine.
Yeah, as long as he splits his Marines, he needs to be very careful about doing that. We have seen some weird engagements where he thinks the Widow Mine's going to kill all the Banelings, and then it doesn't.
Hack is still on 3 bases. He didn't get a 4th just yet, but he's building the command center. He completed it already.
He gets an insane amount of Widow Mines. He's still making 3 at a time, and here we go. This is the engagement that could decide everything.
It's just so much.
I mean, with the 4th base gone for Effort, he just does not have the economy anymore. He lost a lot of production with that.
Star Tail Hack is splitting Light Automaton 2000 right now. And Effort, he doesn't have the mass anymore that he needs. He doesn't have the Swarm ready. 120 supply against 200. Hack is gonna bring this into game 3.
He certainly is. He has 3-3. And he wants game 3. Just catching these Lings as they spawn. He will lose these Medivacs at the Mutas target, but look at the reinforcements. He actually saves them, in fact.
Upgrades in this game are just too good for Hack. He's moving in.
And this is going to be the end. Good catches on the reinforcements with those Mutas, but now that they're here and stimmed, There's no way Effort can hold. He's trying to get Banelings desperately in the main base. Drones are being pulled.
Hack mutiert zu Metzger, macht Hackfleisch aus Effort.
Exactly.
That was brutal. GG. Really well played. Great game. Effort with a lot of aggression, but Hack, he holds. He holds and defends is natural. Loses a few structures, loses a couple of units, but is able to just withstand the pressure of his opponent and now takes it to a game 3. This is going to be an exciting day, Wolf. I really love this.
Yeah.
Earlier on today, we had amazing series, and now the first series of the afternoon session. Brilliant. Love it.
It was... I mean, we're already going into Game 3 of the series. It's a very calculated player scene from both players. Effort seems a little bit shaken by that game. You can see he's stuck in the game a lot longer than he probably should have. I mean, he's talking about his chances to win. Obviously, he can stay in the game as long as he wants, but he, I think he was just kind of sitting back and realizing what happened. You can see him kind of take his headset off there for a second and fan himself. He's definitely feeling the heat right now. Look at that. He's even shaking his shirt.
It's tense. It's the first round of Code A. Whoever loses here is going to go down to Code B. If you want to proceed in the Challenger League, you have to win on Atlas. And both of them are very well aware of this. Hack had to deal with aggressive plays of his opponent. He should be ready. He's definitely going to think that there might be something coming his way this time again. Effort with a really good effort, in the last game. But that was very strong from both of them. I really love this.
Yeah. I feel like the one weakness I've seen in Hack's play is his Marine splits are sometimes a little bit shaky. When he does split them well, he splits them well, so you know he can do it, but occasionally he gets those hits off, you know?
The first Baneling hit that hit those Marines, he didn't pay attention at all, and suddenly 10 out of 12 Marines were gone like that, so he needs to be a bit careful about this. I feel it's a map awareness thing. He was doing too many things at once and didn't really focus on his,
If he's looking at his Marines, he can do it. He just needs to be paying attention at all times, which is so difficult with all the new units in StarCraft 2, Heart of the Swarm, the Widowmine Burrow, you have to micro, then you have to micro the medevacs with the boosters, and you also have to split your Marines. We'll find out who does it better in Game 3 on DF Atlas. I am Wolf. With me is Keller. This is the WCS Korea Challenger League. See you in the game.